Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here, or just Alexander Hilly these days. I've changed my name from Alexander Hilly123, force of habit, I've got to change it. At least I caught myself saying it and then immediately retracted myself. But yeah, we're reacting to the Sony State of Play June 2025 today. 40 minutes in length, apparently the exact same length as last year. Gone is the name Showcase. Is it just a name? Does it matter that much? Or are we being pedantic? Well, I can say it matters when the showcases, or whatever you want to call them, aren't that good. Last year's, I had a look back at my reaction last year, and Sony's was awful. And it's the one out of the three, out of the Summer Game Fest, the Xbox One, and this, even though Xbox, of course, don't have the exclusives that Sony have, this is the one that I'm least excited about because of last year, and because of the fact and the way that Sony have turned the back on the big hitters that did them so well in the PS4 era. And it might be too early for us to see. There's the countdown, ladies and gentlemen. It might be too early for us to see some big hitters today, knocking it out of the ballpark. So let's keep it on the lowdown. It might be a bit shit. This year, ladies and gentlemen, unlike normal, I'm reacting to 4 conferences. I really do hate myself, don't I? Usually do this, the Xbox One and the Summer Game Fest, but this year I'll be doing the Future Game Show as well, because I want to keep my eye on what's going on, and I believe it's more like indie and AA games going to be shown there. So yeah, we'll be reacting to that also. If you are new to the channel and you don't know what kind of games I like, ladies and gentlemen, because I could watch a random person on YouTube react to a showcase such as this, and they're excited about things that I'm not. We've all got different tastes in games, of course, and we're all very different people, and that's all well and good. But for me personally, I'm all about linear games, I'm all about single-player games, I'm all about survival horror, narrative-based games. I like gritty urban environments. I love the 360 PS3 era. I think we saw some great exclusives, of course, in the PS4 era. I think the last 6 or 7 years of gaming has, for sure, seen a massive downtrend in regards to quality, downward spiral, I should say. And I do believe that there are a lot of, Souls-like games which I detest. I detest Dark Souls and all Souls-like games. There's not as much gunplay in games these days because no one can be bothered to make good gunplay in games. Obviously, you've got your FPS shooters, but even they're struggling compared to what they're used to. The gaming industry is completely foobar in many different ways, many different practices, yada, yada, yada. We all know. But in the drop-down box, I'm going to leave a link to any funny goings-on. Pretty short one. Hopefully, when I upload this, I won't be hit by copyright. Also, check out that thumbnail. I'm surfing on a PS5. If everything turns out as it should, and it works out okay, you should see me as a cartoon character surfing on a PS5, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy. And wait till you see the Xbox One. I've got cooked up as well. That's funny. But these guys have just been talking about Resident Evil, and we do believe Resident Evil 9 is going to be shown here. The series from 96 up until the original Resident Evil 4, my favourite gaming series of all time. The modern games, from Resident Evil 5 onwards, I can give or take. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like, some of them I think are okay. I don't believe that the masterpieces like a lot of people do. The newer remakes, for example. I like Village more than 7. I thought 7 was boring, but at the same time it put the series on a better trajectory, because after 6 it was really dead in the water, to be fair. And yeah, Resident Evil 9 apparently is going to be open world, which I like linear, I've already said it, and with survival horror, it is linear, or it isn't open world. But you know what, I've got to say, and anyone who has been watching me for a number of years now, you've heard of some of the utter nonsense that I spout. You might be surprised to hear this, but just purely because it's the Resident Evil series, and I don't think the Resident Evil games in the modern day have great gameplay, I'm intrigued to see where they go with an open world, and I'm open-minded for it more than I thought I would have been a few years ago. The only thing that I've got to say straight off the bat, I don't know what the level design's going to be like exactly. I don't know. I heard we're playing as Leon and Jill. I heard it's going to be called Apocalypse as well. So it's certainly going to be pretty downtrodden. But flinches. You shoot an enemy in the head and they flinch. It's a crazy concept, ladies and gentlemen. Or are we going to be shooting an enemy in the head 8 times until they flinch again? It's just something that Capcom can't get their heads around. It should be a pretty easy concept to understand. But ladies and gentlemen, I've wrote a few notes and there are a few things going on, and a few things that I'm intrigued by, a few things that at the Summer Game Fest I'm going to talk about, a few reveals that I would like to see, but not here because I don't think they'll be showcased here. If any things on this document that I want to talk about are showcased tonight, then I'll obviously show my excitement and say, oh, I was expecting this, or I was hoping to see this. But yeah, survival horror is my bag. Linear games, I want to see some new interesting titles. I'm intrigued by that new game by, is it Leslie Benzies? Is that his name? I forget all the Rockstar crew. One of the ex-guys of Rockstar. Oh shit, this is starting in a minute, let's get the sound on. But people are already saying it looks generic and stuff, and it's like, why is it generic? Because it's got cars and a city environment. Is it just me, or there are not a lot of cities in gaming in the modern day with narrative story-based games? And it's pretty obvious why that's the case when you think about it. And that is because there are more detailed textures on the wall with notices. You think of Last of Us 2 or something like that. Textures, unbelievable amount of detail. The biggest issues I've got with modern gaming is how a lot of these Souls-like games are just hack and slash kind of games in general. It's a barren wasteland. This is the world, this is the home of the barren wasteland, the home of where we talk and complain about the barren wasteland, ladies and gentlemen. Like that Monster Hunter game, or so many games. I'll notice them in this, and I'll be saying, and you will see, if you've never thought about it, maybe you think I'm talking shit, but woo! Barren wasteland, where there's just mountains and no detail. Well, there's a good reason. It's easy for them to make it. Wow. I'm bald, but at least I'm not that rat on my head like him. Guys, good luck. Here we go. We're doing a countdown, Sony? No, we're going straight in. Is this the new Naughty Dog one? What's going on here? That Asian woman sipping on a straw. Haters. I think we're going to see that new James Bond game tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen, from IO Interactive. We're all used to not seeing gameplay these days, aren't we? Audio just popped out, I think that's on the stream. I think what this guy is saying... Oh. It's a new music game or something? How do you play this? I mean... I don't understand how to play it, looking at it. It had bright colours. Who doesn't like bright colours? Just a random thing shown off to start. Gentlemen, why are the subtitles at the fucking top? Thank you! Now my stupid bald head's getting in the way. Ain't changing that.
よくある普通のパズルゲームってことだよね。テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲームではありません。夏にシングルとマルチプレイの体験版を配信予定です。ぜひ皆さん手に取って遊んでみてください。Thank you and enjoy the rest of the state of play.
They're showing when it's happening. Why are they doing that now? I know. That's the time it is now. What? Oh, Sony, what are you doing?
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality.
Someone show an AI horror game.
With our third
It's my dream. That's what I'm saying.
And advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality.
This is a game or a Sony advertising something here.
Life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
This is a game.
About getting passed through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
Are they making an AI horror game like I asked?
There you are. All better.
Vanquish 2. This isn't a Resident Evil game. Actually, one of them said about a Resi game in space. One of these shit munchers. This is not a Resident Evil game. Certainly better not be. No, is it? Fuck.
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Why is there an annoying little girl on her shoulder? Pragmata. Interesting this though, for Resi 9, Capcom going to show 2 games tonight?
I said IMD.
Okay. How about we call you Diana?
I've definitely heard this guy's voice in another game. Sorry if you can hear my stomach, guys. Space is cool, interesting. Couldn't see much of the gameplay. Just one random man with a random little girl on his shoulder. For some reason. Fallout 5.
Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome. I love curry.
Speaking of curry, apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
One at a time.
Romeo! Romeo! Stay with me! Grandpa, I'm gonna die. Romeo, listen up. You're gonna die in about 15 seconds. Seriously? Seriously. Don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear life support system. Don't move, okay?
Things are getting weird tonight. Early doors, ladies and gentlemen.
Already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're dead man.
Things are getting very Japanese. Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, you have entered the barren world. Oh no, there's a few different areas. Indoor areas! Wow! But this is one of my biggest gripes, people. And I don't doubt there are people watching this who just absolutely love lapping up these games where you've got a massive Dark Souls sword and you swipe at everything's ankles and you think it's the epitome of great gameplay. That's cool. Everyone's got their own opinion. I feel very differently. This looks, for one of these type of games though, at least it's got some different areas. It's weird as fuck. And we are a dead man. Interesting name as well. At least it's unique amongst those kinds of games, which we're very used to seeing now. Aesthetically.
I'm on your back. What?
Oh shit! It's that crazy motherfucker.
皆さんこんにちは。
Oh, now it makes sense a little bit more. I know this guy from Shadows of the Damned mostly,
久々の新作、
but now I'm a little bit more happy.
いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオスターゲーザーというのはなんですか、かっこいいでしょ。時空犯罪 FBI 捜査官として、凶悪なですね。
Sorry about the subtitles, guys. I can't be arsed.
飛んで倒していく。
Moving on now. Don't want to fuck anything up.
アクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません。銃も使って。
Yay, gunplay, a little bit of it.
スタイルのアクションゲームとして、チーム一丸となって頑張って作ってます。そしてなんで、タイトルがですね、ロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは皆さんぜひ続行をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけどおめでとうございます。
I mean, I'm more intrigued by this because of him. He's obviously a bit of a legend of the gaming industry, this guy. And he has made other games other than Shadows of the Damned, but that's a fun game that I really liked, even though it's a bit janky, rougher on the edges. But it's got a good sense of humour, that. Barren Wasteland, feudal Japan.
どこ行くの？ストールの珍しい
Yeah.
ね。
But intrigued. Let's see more of that in the future. The new Fatal Frame. If you're new here, I like making outlandish predictions as the trailer begins. Oh yeah, we've heard about this one. You think that I love Silent Hill, I love the aesthetic, but the games have no good gameplay, so... But, hey, I was proven wrong with that Bloober Team game, wasn't I? The gameplay seemed a bit rough, but... It certainly wasn't a bad recreation of that game, although I shouldn't speak about it too much because I've only played it once. This actually reminds me of that Siren Blood Curse game. You've seen that before. I know it's a series of games, but fucking hell, that was intimidating. Interesting, it's in Japanese as well. Might just be for the trailer, that. Nice art design. Looks graphically impressive as well, to be fair. Oh, you're right, stunner, you, hun. F. Why is it called that? Are we pressing F to pay respects? Oh man, I mean, like I say, I'm not big on the Silent Hill games, but I think there'll be some fans who are really excited for that. I'm sure there'll be puzzles and all that kind of shit, because those games are full of them. My issue with the Silent Hill games are this. The gameplay isn't very good. It really isn't, and there's no upgrade system. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll know I'm about that upgrade system within a survival horror game, and I like a little bit more gunplay and action, but I can't deny that looked pretty interesting.
Has been sighted again.
Graphically very nice.
The church's orders are absolute. These
Ew.
sacrifices must be stopped. We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates.
Oh, pardon me, what's this? Castlevania?
That dwell within. The demon lord
Series I've never played any games on.
This mission will test the limits of your courage. You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings. Beasts that defy reason.
We're seeing some cool enemy designs so far tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for that, as the Zoomers would say. I'm here for it. So jarring in this kind of game, this kind of aesthetic. You're seeing him eat some kind of bun to gain health or something. Or whatever it was.
Start our mission.
Isn't there another game called Bloodstain? I don't think that's the first game. I think there's already a game in that series. Not my kind of game, but I think it's a decent trailer, this.
So you've come, dogs of the church, right into the palm of my hand.
You what, mate?
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years.
This is very Japanese today.
I'm counting on you, Agent.
Digital monsters.
Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron life form. Is that what you call us Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for? I remember you guys.
Who or what is that? You really don't know anything about the digital world?
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state,
Got some smooth motherfuckers playing some jazz in the background there.
do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world? Stop it! That egg is very important!
Attack on Titan, is that a thing? Is that what this is? I've heard of that.
The world tree has been attacked. It is just as great one.
It can't protect any. We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon. Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding.
No, it is just Digimon, isn't it?
We must fulfill our mission. Agent.
Whoa, it's already released, guys! Whoa! Hell yeah. Creative Studio Free. World premiere. Never forget the world premiere, guy.
Oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the Father.
Why do you fight?
Some wonderful British accents tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen.
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall upon your crown!
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It ends now.
Final Fantasy Tactics game.
When your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass.
I played Final Fantasy 7 before, ladies and gentlemen, and none of the others. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I like it when games do that with a remaster. Is that a remaster? I wouldn't know.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles.
Must have been on PS1, I'm guessing.
Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
This next game is something really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
I mean, Americans have pretty weird humour, but
Toilet? Yeah, sorry, I just need to pee.
How bad?
Just normal.
have I seen this?
Go behind this bush, I'll wait.
I can run away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't want watching.
You can watch.
In baby steps, all you have to do is carefully place.
Oh, we know what this is.
Easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make
These games do really well with the big streamers, and they're always hilarious to watch.
Filled with oddball characters.
I don't want to play it though.
Found it even without a map. The best toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Definitely check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
Which was the first of that? Was it that Bennett Foddy game? And now it's like, oh, it was Quap, wasn't it? I remember playing Quap in... Was that high school, that Quap?
Hirogami is a
2006 it would have been.
title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore.
No.
In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform.
I'm going to say something
distinct abilities,
after this trailer if I still feel the same way.
including a paper airplane, a nimble frog, a hardy
We're nearly halfway into the showcase now, or whatever we're calling it. Yo, is that Donkey Kong? Don't make me say it, Sony.
Folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer. Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shot series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest...
Okay, I'm going to say it. These are not big hitting games, are they? They're not big AAA games, and we all know AAA's on its arse, but
Each with weather effects and new
these are not like massive titles that you'd think that they would be showing, considering this is the state of play of the year, as well as obviously the December one. That's the other big one, but these are a lot of games that aren't going to be massive sellers, surely.
September 5th.
Followed by maybe another one here.
Ninja Gaiden Rage
And there's
Balance
quite a lot of these games that they're showing now.
action franchise.
I don't know, man. It's like we've gone back in time 30 years in gaming, but
Protagonists from rival
and of
clans
course
forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon
there were a lot of good things about gaming back then, but
longtime fans will
these aren't the kind of games that I would have liked back in the day. And
from the original series.
yeah, just a lot of old school style games. And let's see what happens in the second half of this showcase. We're about halfway in now.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound arrives July 3rd.
I mean, that's a big series, Ninja Gaiden, but
PS4.
you know, they've done 3D games, haven't they, in that series as well, though. Yo, what's this, Zelda?
Game Bakers
Oh, I hope it's that rock climbing one.
climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain.
I played Just Ant. I realised after saying it was Just Ant for years, it's Just Ant.
Manage balance and stamina.
But this looks hardcore.
wait for me.
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
I mean,
you can give it a try yourself with a demo.
Played Jusson, obviously, a rock climbing game. It was in one of my pickup videos within the last year or two. Can't remember when I bloody spoke about that.
But there's still a lot of state of play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game.
That looks more hardcore.
Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection.
I think they're ending with Resident Evil 9 tonight. And if it doesn't get shown, I'm not going to be that angry as a big Resi fan. Because I like them taking more time over the game. Which is not my usual mentality.
We knew that we were onto something.
Please!
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game.
Oh my god. Remake it. Woo!
It became something that
I wanted this. Apparently, I don't know if this is a remake or they're just putting on modern consoles again. I'm fucking delighted with this. Yes, I am buzzing with this. Absolutely buzzing. Oh my days, I'm gonna get my ass kicked online again.
It's a bit of the Wild West.
Mortal Kombat 2, the only fighting game that I love.
Part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted.
Delighted with this. Bloody easy money for them. Mortal Kombat 4 as well, which I've never even played. All the classics though. I can't remember if Trilogy was there or just 1, 2, 3, Ultimate. I did a few one-off videos on Mortal Kombat. It's coming out this year. Maybe I'll do a few more videos on the channel. I hope there's some way that you can train. Because the thing is with those old Mortal Kombat games, you don't get better by playing against better people. You don't. You get better against playing against a second player that's not pressing any buttons, so you can fucking get used to the controls and the... Oh man, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. It's been one that's been on my mind, like a Mortal Kombat collection. I've seen people's online, way up, talk about it, and in the last year or so, I found this guy called Daryl Sung. Spoke about him when I did my Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 video last year. It'll be good for his channel, and as a big Mortal Kombat fan of the old games, I'm delighted. Whew. And as for Metal Gear Solid 3, the first game is one of my favourite games of all time. The second game, I think, I'll hold my hands up and say, even when I was a kid, when I was 12 when that game released, I didn't love it. And it's an amazing game, and I think it's aged very well, and it's very fun. This I played once in 2018, so I don't have the nostalgia of it. I can see why people loved it, but I haven't gone back to it. But I need to play it again. No, Mortal Kombat, it's on the mind. Metal Gear Solid 4, I did not like. And I played a bit of that, what's it called, Ground Zeroes, didn't like it. Not interested in Phantom Pain, not interested at all. But it looks like Konami are going very, very faithful with this remake. And I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is a lot harder as well, that's cool. Than 1 and 2, with no radar and obviously it's set in the 60s, so... Let's see. Another trailer, but did we see a release day there? Obviously I was a bit excited about Mortal Kombat. Whoa! Most excitement of 30-odd-year-old game.
Time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
You what, mate? I'm not even going to complain that it's a Japanese feudal game in a barren wasteland. Not one new survival horror game tonight, by the way. Obviously, Silent Hill is back, but I get the feeling with survival horror that's the way it is now. It's that survival horror game, Resident Evil and Silent Hill, even though they're mostly remakes. You know, stealth survival horror games. It just reminds me of Tenchu, but modern. It's so weird with Tenchu. I'm going off on a tangent now. I absolutely love the first Tenchu on PS1, and I would be happy, and that's a contender for remasters, like the old Tenchu games. PS1 games are hard to remaster, but Tenchu 2 and Wrath of Heaven. I played Wrath of Heaven, but it's that game. A third game? Wow. Never played them. Obviously very Dark Souls inspired. But I loved Tenchu back in the day, and I hate all these Japanese games. I like Ghost of Tsushima, but I don't like the brutal difficulty. I don't like the lack of checkpoints in these kind of games and all that kind of shit. And I think what I loved about Tenchu was the fact that it was like a sandbox area with stealth, and it was just very, very fun for its time. I don't think it'd work in the modern day, personally. So it's like, this is going more open. Demo! Oh, interesting. Not a game I'm interested in, but in the modern day with a demo, the way that they're doing it, the game's coming out next year, they're going to get a lot of passionate people giving them a lot of different feedback, and that's openness and honesty and a survival horror game. Oh, no, it's not. That what, love? Get them pit, love. That's as thick as a work case butty. None of these fuckers know what I'm talking about.
I was raised in this city's shadow.
In Lancashire.
To take whatever I need to survive.
What is that voice, man? Well, I know what it is because it's mine, but it's just so jarring hearing an accent like yours. I don't sound like that, do I, guys? I don't smudge you all.
This city hides many lost and legendary treasures. Locked away, waiting to be found.
That's right, Clempt, love. Would that love some lobby? That knows what I mean.
Some treasures come with more trouble than others.
More trouble than worth, love. That knows. I'm going warm there. Oh, you know, through my shit talking there, legitimately, I was thinking this reminds me of that Thief reboot from 2014, which did not do well. And I bought that and then sold it without playing it. Guys, we're about 30 minutes out of 40 minutes in. And it's a mixed bag so far for me. It reminds me of that fucking Concord game, but in first person.
Ever since the Great Flood, Elend, my dear planet, has been dying. Plastemia has taken everything from us. But you Tidewalkers are all connected. Stop right there! And it's up to you now to use that power.
Please don't copyright me.
Will you help us?
That looks like that woman off that Midnight game that was released early this year. What's it called? You know, with the Dark Souls combat. Cool trailer. And then I realised it was Dark Souls inspired. That looks relatively unique. And what a fucking sick soundtrack that was.
Hi,
Astrobot. Hey, you know how my house got flooded last year? Guess what game I lost? Astrobot. Yay! This game was fun as fuck. And it's a beautiful game.
Even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive
I played them.
surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels.
Ooh, I like those hard levels, me.
And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new
I won't, because I've not got the fucking game anymore.
bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets. And new special bots will be there too, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year, with a slight twist, so be on the lookout for more news coming soon.
Astrobot wasn't made by French people, was it? It was Japanese.
All for the amazing reception you gave our game, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, it just makes me emotional thinking about that game, to be honest with you. Great game. Did it deserve Game of the Year? Not sure, but I think it was what it represented, that what people loved. And it is a great game, you know. But one day I'll buy it and play it again, second hand, but won't be for a while. Sea of Thieves 2. What's finishing it off, guys? We're getting towards that stage. And I don't want the fact that Mortal Kombat being remastered into a new collection when it already was a collection. You can bloody play the old collection on the PS3. I don't want that to make like, oh, this was an amazing showcase because the old fighting series is getting remastered, and I will be fucking buying that. It doesn't necessarily mean this is a great showcase, even though it's shown something that I'm very excited for. I think you've got to understand that there are going to be some good trailers and there are games going to be shown that are not for you, but you can appreciate them. And for the gaming industry. And I think they've shown a few of them tonight. There's been quite a few games that are very old school and like 2D games and SNES Mega Drive era games. And they're part of the gaming landscape, of course, but and quite a lot of them. I have a nice piece of music here. Is this Sea of Thieves 2? Oh, Sea and Remnants. Now, is that a spin-off? I never played the original, as you can tell. Is that a different game? A series? Oh, it's that PS3 game, isn't it? What's it called? Abzu or something? Abzu, that's it. Never played that. Jesus Christ, what's with the amazing music tonight? Echo the Dolphin. That is getting a new game. Echo the Dolphin is coming back, people. Trust me. Hey, look, it's me on my PS5 on the thumbnail. I think it's going to be Resi 9 to finish this off, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the new Skate game? Sword of the Sea. Like I say, I never played the Abzu. Like, what do you do exactly? What happens in the game? I don't know.
That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and Pathless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog. On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog.
Yeah, this is a Remedy shooter.
You and two fellow agents
I didn't like Control.
the reality warping chaos found within the oldest house.
And I wasn't that keen on Alan Wake 2. Max Payne 1 and 2. Summer Game Fest, people. Are we going to see a release date? I think it's about time. Oh, and I said I'd be talking about it at Summer Game Fest. Ubisoft. Yeah, those fuckers. They tweeted a random tweet of Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell. Unbelievable. Is that still happening?
July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US. Additionally, two of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup.
Oh shit, boys! Yeah, yeah!
And Resident Evil 3 will arrive.
The best game ever! My favourite game ever.
Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later.
And what about that fucking sequel? I remember playing Myst as a kid. I had no idea what was going on.
Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus.
So, with that though, to play a Resident Evil 2 and 3 Classic, you have to pay into that, don't you? I've got them on emulator on the GameCube versions. I want the classic Resi games as part of a collection like Mortal Kombat before. That's what a lot of the old Resi fans are wanting. If we get that, you will see a playthrough of Resident Evil 3 on this channel. Hey, it's that bloke from Snatch! You what, governor? That voice is weird out of his mouth.
What he did in Iceland was insubordination.
Is that Bond one?
Utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
Dude, you should be advocating for a bald Bond. We need a bald Bond. Have we ever had one? I don't know. We need one.
Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009.
Yeah, you can tell it's a Hitman game, that engine, can't you?
See it coming. Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
Can Bond be a womanizer in 2025, ladies and gentlemen? Is that allowed? I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because they've made a new Bond here. I don't think this is based... Well, it's based on someone, but not a real James Bond. And,
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
whoo! Damn, son! It's like 5 different... 6 women he's after! He's not even bald! How's he doing this? Cool trailer. First Light. I knew that was what the game was called, but it's going to be intriguing, that one.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
I guess the black fella is it M? Or is it Q? I can't remember. I watched all the old Bonds when I was a kid with my dad. The new ones that are more serious, I never watched. James Bond was always just fucking dumb fun.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Track.
Hakan Abrak. Sorry, dude.
First Light. You'll experience James Bond as a young
young air crewman.
Yo, was that Portis head in background?
Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status. Everyone at Iron Tractor has poured their passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
Yeah, it looks like an interesting game. Quite intriguing, isn't it? Because you can't help but think of the Indiana Jones game. Not played that yet. I heard good things about that, but also bad things. I probably will get that when it's cheap. But I'm liking this. These games made out of old films, but are just completely doing their own thing. Is this the new Ghost of Tsushima game? Are we going to get that release date, ladies and gentlemen? I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima, it was fun, but I wouldn't be like rushing to play this new one, regardless. But I enjoyed it. I think it was it's a cookie cutter open world, Ubisoft style, do this, that and other, but good narrative, fun gameplay, and I enjoyed it. It might not even be that. What about that ending? Jesus Christ. Justice for Days Gone, ladies and gentlemen. There should have been a sequel. You wankers! Currently playing the remaster of that and having a lot of fun. Not a perfect game, but was underrated. Fuck the haters. Really good game. Okay. See you next month. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, they promised 40 minutes. We are over 40 minutes. Sony, giving you more. What is finishing this off, people? It's going to be that survival horror game, isn't it? Why has Captain America got a Japanese voice? I have to say though, fair play to them showing all these off, a lot of them in Japanese. Got a bad feeling I'm going to be hit with copyright on this one, guys. If I am, I will have to edit it out and re-upload it. Part of the course. Doesn't usually happen, just once, but we'll see. Got a bad feeling it is going to happen tonight. The super villain. Yo, is this pendulum? You what, mate? Let's race it a bit now for this last game, because I know there's a chance it's going to be Resi, obviously, but not only that, it's the last game. There's always that gravitas, isn't there, about what it is. That was weird. We wish to tell you that Alexander Hilly has not spoke about the evil within for 40 minutes plus. Never forget that we're working on anniversary content. Just saying. Just saying. Fuck the haters.
まあ予定合わせて行ったんですけど、まあちょっと飲んでる中で実はアークの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを
I've seen this guy before.
いうような提案をいただきまして、いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。で、まあ世界的に本当に有名
I'm
な
not sure.
ですし、
I don't think no, it's not who I was thinking of.
まず本当にうちの会社で大丈夫かなという不安もあり。
I hope this isn't finishing the conference off, guys. It'll land it on a really bad note for me. If it isn't going to be something like Resident Evil 9, I want it to at least be either a big new game or something big.
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring
Don't end it with this, Sony. I know that these are popular games, but I'm acting as if it's a Street Fighter game. It's not, but to me it kind of is.
Hey, we're thinking about approaching a company like Arc System Works to make a fighting game. We'd love to partner with you to do this really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and they're just uppercutting that challenge into the stratosphere. And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring if they tried. 社長からも本当に作れるんだったらぜひやりたいねっていうことを言われました。まあ話を受けてしまった以上これは私がなのかなっていうところで。The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
I feel like I have a good grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of, here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they take on a Marvel IP. And what came up was something that went beyond that. 一番最初にマーベルさんに提出した時はなんとなくマイケルさんの反応は
Interesting that this is the longest thing so far. It's very Japanese centric, this showcase, and that's not a criticism, it's just what I'm noticing. And of course, Sony RNG Japanese, but yeah, there's a lot of games that are big in Japan or made by Japanese companies. I know that sounds dumb, but more than usual for one of these state of plays. So they're talking about this a heck of a lot, and that either means that this is going to end the state of play, and I'm not too thrilled with that, or we're going to see one last game and it's going to be relatively short and snappy, but something big.
Project is from Japan to the world, and really trying to take not just the IP but gameplay mechanics and say what can we really take from Japan, the creators that are doing awesome work here, and bring that to the global platform.
まあ特別なところいっぱいあるんですけど、まあ本当にやっぱり強調すべきは、まあ格闘ゲームのチームバトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的なところだというところと。
When Arc looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in that what is that pop? What is going to be something that's different? Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to change up the gameplay that I think players are going to be very excited to see.
今回4対4という、革新的なところにチャレンジしている中で4キャラクター練習しないと勝てないんじゃないのとか安心してください。Learning 4 characters is extremely daunting, but the team at Arc System Works has found a way to design a system that adapts to your playstyle. So you could either duke it out as just the leader and 3 assists, or you can tag in your assists to
I swear down,
change the matchup.
Including or not including the Mortal Kombat Classic Collection, which obviously I'm hyped as fuck about. Could you tell? I feel like we've seen quite a lot of fighting games today.
They never get to experience this level of production, and it's just
And a lot of 2D games today.
two great partners.
I mean, I'm not happy how long this is going on for. Oh my lord, she's attractive. Oh my lord, she's attractive. I think what I would say right now is this is better than last year's, but I think it is lacking in a few major big hitters, and also they've shown a few things that we already knew about, like Ghost of Yotei, and I knew about the new James Bond game, and they've still not really said anything about it. We've seen a trailer, but no release date, etc. I don't think, anyway. So, better than last year's. Some intriguing things here and there. I can't even remember now, to be honest with you. I usually...
You're still with me?
Oh! Well, you know what? Resi 9, a lot of fans really thought it was coming tonight, and there's going to be some salty Resi fans. And I'm not all that salty. If they'd have, like, said, guess what? Dead Space, it's not dead. Fuck it, yeah, Mortal Kombat. Dead Space 4, I'd be like... Obviously, you know, if the Evil Within 3 was announced, which isn't even possible, I'd go crazy. A new survival horror game, I'd be like, ooh. But a new Resi game, honestly, not all that bothered. So you got, not right now, you got the Bond game, you got that weird Capcom one. I wonder if Capcom are going to allow Summer Game Fest to show the new Resi game. Mortal Kombat, the collection. We already knew about Metal Gear Solid. We already knew about Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a few sequels in there. Sometimes I've got to check myself before I wreck myself with this. And what I mean by that is, if I come into this with a better mood, then I might forgive this for not being that great. They have gone over by about 10 minutes or so, between 10-15 minutes, more so than last year, in terms of runtime. And there's always a presenter on screen. There's always one game that you're thinking, why the friggin' hell is this going on for so long? It was that last fighting game, for me personally. But I'm here saying, oh, it was better than last year, but at the same time, what am I excited about? And obviously, in 2025, I have to just understand that instead of there being dozens of amazing experiences in games, there's maybe a half dozen. A couple of indie, a couple of AA, a couple of AAA. And overall, there's still experiences that have me thinking, wow, I still am happy to be a gamer. We're looking here now. But we knew about Metal Gear Solid. That Abzu one looks interesting, to be fair. I think today there's games that have been showcased that might be intriguing to me, but I'm not sure. And the new Silent Hill game, you know, I talk about survival horror games a lot now, I love them, but I love combat. They need combat, and I like them to have upgrade systems or meaningful backtracking. The old Silent Hill games, the combat was so sluggish, it really was. And that Silent Hill F, I'm not sure. I love the aesthetic and the enemy design, and that indeed was a feature of the early part of this state of play, but I'm just not sure. The Bond game looks okay, not entirely certain. It's something very fresh, isn't it? And I think there were people saying, well, they should have made it Daniel Craig. I don't think they should have, but at the end of the day, I've just watched a showcase from Sony, who are in their own ballpark now, not giving a flying fuck what Microsoft are doing. And yet, what is the thing that I'm most hyped about? A collection of a fighting game that is 32 years of age, 33 years of age now. That's not right. Maybe that says something about me. But, I don't know. I feel like this is better than last year. Still not amazing. But you know what? Summer Game Fest and Xbox to come. Let's see what happens. I'm also, guys, going to be reacting to the Future Game Show, but I'm not going to be talking as much during that one because I do believe it's 2 hours long, and I just want to sit back, chill, and be a little bit more highbrow cultured Now I'm gonna edit this together. Hope it doesn't get copyrighted, and watch it back and cringe. But yeah, decent, not amazing, not as bad as last year. And this is where I now go onto Twitter and everywhere else to find out what the people thought. I still think that people are going to be saying this was pretty bad. I think it was better than last year, but I can't say that I thought it was really good. And I feel like we know AAA is struggling, but are we now in a gaming landscape where AAA games are just not even... Like, this is AAA, no doubt about that. Even though some of these modern games, I swear down, they're not even as good looking as PS4 and Xbox One games, genuinely. But, guys, give me your thoughts. See you for the next video, which is a Summer Game Fest on Friday. You saw me surfing on the PS5 today. The thumbnail on Friday, I might be sipping a little cocktail on the beach, like the bald James Bond. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.